Welcome to the Resilient, Wild, and Unstoppable interview series. And we are going to continue these interviews for as long as we can, as long as people step up to the stage and share their message, share their skills. So today we have the fabulous Arlene, and she is such a powerhouse coach for women. And so I want to have her share her story, share where she started on this journey. So, Arlene, out of curiosity, what what was it that had you come onto this path of really serving powerfully for the women in your community?
Okay, well, it started out when I decided that I should retire and being an independent woman on my own. Going into retirement is a little bit scary.
Mm,
Am I going to have enough money? Am I going to have friends? Am I going to have enough to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to be bored? Am I going to get depressed? And all these questions kept coming up and coming up. And and I still had, and I was retiring from the corporate world, but I still had a business. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher. I'm an EFT practitioner, and now I'm into the coaching. I'm into quantum release, root cause coaching. So I have taken this coaching and added EFT to it with a sprinkle of Reiki in there. We all need that sprinkle of Reiki. And I got myself through it, and I was able to work on that just with working with colleagues, overcoming the fear of finances. No, I'm single. I'm not rich. But what is rich? What's rich to you? What's rich to me? Um, and what if something happens? What if something breaks? Well, you know what? I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. And at Christmas time, I found that out this time because Murphy's Law, two things went on me at the same time. So guess what? I'm still here and I still have heat and water, and it all worked out. And the heat in my car, and yeah, I'm in Canada. It's cold here right now. So you just, I know um, you kind of get all these things in your head that, well, what ifs, what if, what if? So finally, I took the plunge and I retired, and I have never been busier and happier in all my life for the simple reason I'm doing what I love now, what I really love. And and don't get me wrong, the corporate world definitely give me a foundation financially, and I worked, and it was fine. It was a good job. And
mhm,
I ended up with a pension, which was great, but still not that big of a pension, but I still had it. So grateful for that. So what I want to do is I want to help these women go through that fear. I want to talk to them. I want to teach them how they can, when they get this fear in their head of especially financial fear, and just set the vibration of against about wealth
mhm,
and things like that. You don't have to have a lot of money, and it's what you do with that money and what you do with your time. So anyone out there who's going through this, I've talked, actually I've once I've started the business, I've actually had a lot of men come to me and talk about it too. And you don't think that they're nervous and scared, but you know what? They are,
yeah,
like what if, because your values of what money is goes down. But it's like, am I gonna be busy enough? So that's my
absolutely.
story. I've had a beautiful, and the thing is I want to teach these women how to celebrate, self-celebrate. Um,
Mm,
celebration self, you know. Let's, when you do something, pat yourself on the back. Journal, brag in your journal, brag to someone else. It doesn't matter. Hey, I did this. You know what? Like, it doesn't matter what it is, how small or how big. Because 5 years ago, um, to me, to celebrate, and it's like most families out there, when you have a celebration, there's tons of food involved. And
Mhm.
to me, if I accomplish something, oh, right on, let's go to Dairy Queen, have a blizzard. Well, that you can't do that all the time because when you're on your own, um, you and everybody's different. You have to watch your own health and health matters and stuff like that,
Right.
but you do what's right for you. And sometimes you can sit at this computer for a long time and not move. Sometimes I have to set my timer and go, hey, go for a walk or get in on that bike or do something, So, ladies, I would just love to be able to talk with you and help you and teach you how to get through these little things. And sometimes they're just little things.
Absolutely. Even the last thing that you mentioned as far as setting that schedule to get out walking.
Yes.
And that's like a powerful tip right there for
Mhm.
those transitioning from the corporate space to that personal space of, oh, there's nobody telling me what I'm doing every minute and every hour of every day.
Right.
It's
That's
like,
right.
it's like, I'm the boss. Now what?
Even if it's only 5 minutes, at least you're moving, because as we get older, we tend to seize up a little bit more, but as long as we keep moving and take care of ourselves and love ourselves.
Absolutely. What did you notice most about really committing to celebrating you on this journey?
The most there's different things, and I had to adjust to different things too, because sometimes, again, celebration is going out and doing something, spending money. And I, for the first little while, yeah, that's okay, but you can't be doing that all the time. And I'm at the stage in my life where I want my word for the last 2 years was simplify. So
Mm,
I'm decluttering and getting rid of stuff. I don't need stuff, and you've got to add that celebration budget, forecast for that celebration once
hmm
in a while. And it doesn't have to be huge. And so I got to the point where, hey, you know what? I can have a guilt-free nap now. And I honestly didn't have guilt-free naps until I had to have surgery. And when I had to nap and I thought, hey, these guilt-free naps are quite rejuvenating. I love them. And I think I'm going to do this the rest of my life. Whenever I can take a nap, if I feel like it, I will. My cat lays here on the end of the bed and naps all day, so why can't I?
Well, and I think that's something that they encourage in the Mediterranean diet that where napping midday is very encouraged, not
Yeah.
for like a long period of time, but I think it's like 10 to 20 minutes. To
I can do
really,
10 to 20 minutes and feel so rejuvenated now.
yeah,
And whatever you like to do, maybe you would maybe journaling when you're not scheduled to journal, just journal. Watch a movie. Um,
yeah,
whatever is satisfying to you in the moment.
absolutely. And I know we've talked about a lot of this sounds like powerful super tips, and I'm curious as to whether you have like bullet pointed super tips, maybe at least three that you recommend to anyone in the community, because we do have mostly women and we
Mhm.
have a few good men.
Yes, we do. We definitely do. And number one to me is meditation. It doesn't have to be long, but I resisted meditation for many years because I thought Hey, that's 30 minutes. I can't meditate for 30 minutes. I don't have time to do that. I just don't have time to do that. So I had to change my way of thinking about that. It's like, okay, this meditation, it might only be 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes, but it's going to rejuvenate you
Hmm.
and take me time. You might be living alone anyway, but still, you're allowed that me time. Meditation is one that I really like is salt baths.
Ooh.
Salt baths are just, to me, the best for relaxing.
Oh, wow.
And the other one is I kind of like to journal,
Hmm.
and I like to have a cup of tea, but I want to take that time to have that cup of tea. I'm not just drinking it because I'm thirsty or because I have to, but hold that cup of tea. Think about it. Write down your thoughts. And while you're doing that, sometimes we journal because we just journal what we did during the day or blah, 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 or whatever. Okay, I did this, this, and this. But if you can journal and call in your guides and angels, and I've done many different meditations in my life, but I like the one where you just put your pen to paper and you call in your guides and then you write what they tell you to write.
Ooh.
Like that. I really like that.
That has me wanting to ask another question. For those that maybe don't know their guides and angels or haven't stepped into that level of spirituality, what would you recommend as a good first step to really, get to know who their guides and angels are?
Oh, that's such a great question. I would put, I would find, I mean, YouTube has everything. I would find a small, short meditation on guides and angels, and I would start doing that. And the more you do that meditation, the more you're going to connect.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of ways to do that. And, you know, maybe not journal from them journaling through you, but write them a letter
Mm.
and see what comes back to you.
Yeah. Because I'm one that I couldn't describe my guides, but I meet with specific people that are very guide connected and
Mhm.
they explain my guides to me.
To you. Isn't that beautiful? How did that make you feel?
It was very interesting
Yeah.
because I actually wrote it down somewhere about what they were wearing and what they look like, and that they were amongst the trees and
Mhm.
that they were very connected. And it was very heartwarming and almost freeing that it's like, all right, I don't have to maybe be the one that knows. And I do
Exactly.
know that there are people out there that can help me connect
Hmm.
and help me understand.
Absolutely. And, like I say, there's a lot of free stuff on YouTube. Now, when there's times, and this happens at different times, I'll call my guides in. I'll get one guide that'll come. I can't, she's fuzzy, eh, but she's there and I know she's beautiful. She always shows up on a carpet, a flying carpet.
Ooh.
And sometimes I had a little dog and I had a cat. I had a cat that I called my Reiki cat. That this was the cat that encouraged me to do Reiki further, and she loved it. Sometimes just the dog will show up with her, but sometimes the cat and the dog will show up with you. So I'm thinking, you know what? That cat is definitely telling me something. The dog to me always comes as you are loved to
Hmm.
remind me that I am loved. But the cat, it's like, hmm, not much self-care happening. You better do something. This is the interpretation I get. So it
Yeah.
is different for everyone. And you know what? It took me years to visualize my guides.
Mm. That's
It,
that's
it takes a lot, it takes practice.
that's definitely good to know
Mhm.
because, that was something that for me was very hard. It's like, no, I can't see them. I can't
Yeah,
see them.
and that's okay.
Yeah. And I figure maybe it's another 10 years before.
Well, even if you don't see them, can you feel them?
Yeah.
You get a feeling or something like that.
Yeah. So it's knowing that it's different for everyone. It's
It
a
is.
different
It
experience for
absolutely
everyone.
is. And whatever way it is right for you. It's
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yes.
And I wasn't really told that in the beginning. When I first started doing energy work, and I'm sure she told me, but I was just panicked because I could not feel any energy. I just, oh, this is useless. It's not going to work for me. And then I cried and I just like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I think I feel it. Now I'm feeling it all the time.
Always vibrating.
Yeah.
Yes. Any last words as we bring this interview to a close?
Oh, you know what? Just do what's right for you. What's right for you. Don't panic about things. And if you need to talk or need help, absolutely, I'm available. We're starting out in the new year. It's my birthday month. I'm offering some specials, and um, everyone I talk to, we have a 30-minute free consult first. So no obligation, but if you need to talk, I'd love to share my experience with you because I want everybody to be happy, like and at peace like I am, and get to the point where when you have a down day, it's like, okay, if this is what it is, tomorrow's got to be better. So, and
Yes.
it'll come, and I can teach you how to do that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Arlene. This has been
Thank
so much
you.
fun.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.